Mike and Mike's Bags. Today I'm reviewing the Hole Seeker by True Cornhole. This is really a throwback style bag for me because of the slow side material. In fact, we'll go ahead and dive in on these Hole Seekers and we'll start with materials. Slow side, this is a suede material. If you've been playing cornhole for a while, you're familiar with this suede. It's the same slow side you find on the all cornhole slide rights. If you've bought bags from like Walmart or Dick's Sporting Goods or Target or somewhere and you get those duck cloth and suede materials, this is that slow side you're getting. Very sticky. It's like a 2 to 3 speed out there. It really is. It's really hard to differentiate speeds, but when it hits, it stops, it sticks. It's tough to move. Watching these videos of me throwing here, you'll see I'm throwing slick side for the most part. When I do flip it over and go slow side, you'll notice. You'll see that bag just hit, very little movement. It's going to hit, grab, and sit right there. It's a wonderful blocker. Makes an incredible blocker bag. It's also a great material for people who are new to the game and you're just having a hard time getting bags to stay on the board. You're throwing them, they're sliding off, they're flying on the sides. A bag like this you can pick up and go throw, and the bag's going to hit and stick and stay there, so you're not just chucking bags all over the place. So wonderful bag for those beginning players. If you're a hard thrower or you throw on fast boards as well, this is a great material for that. Again, I grew up playing with bags with this suede material, so to get this bag, again, I haven't seen a lot of suede recently. There's a few companies that still use it. Haven't seen a lot of it. It was fun to pull this out and throw this and kind of a little nostalgia back in there. So slow side, 2 to 3 speed on the slow side. Fast side, and this is a similar material to that Pro Advantage Viking fast side. It's actually the flipped over the reverse side of that material, so it plays just a touch slower, about a 6 speed or 6.5 speed in that range on there. It's very hole friendly. It still has control for it. So again, if you're a harder thrower or faster boards, it's still a material that you can control, manipulate. It's a wonderful material to throw. Like if you watch it, it's a great material for me and the way I throw for running bags in the hole. It's just the perfect speed for me. I have enough control that I can get it up there. I can still kind of stop it and throw a blocker if I want to do a slick side blocker every now and then. If I want to push through, I can throw harder. So it's kind of that wonderful sweet spot for me for a control material. So looking at about 6.5 on this fast side, 2 to 3 speed on the slow side on this. Template wise, it's a medium template bag. It's got a medium amount of fill, but it's on the thinner side, so you really do have some flop here. This is a floppier bag, so if you've thrown those older backyard bags that have the suede, they're typically not this floppy. So I love the flop in the bag here. It gives the bag some forgiveness to it. There's also the liner. True Cornhole uses their liner on the inside of all their bags on the slow side. They call it their Drip Tech liner. This bag also has that liner. It's a super slick material in there, which really aids in the movement of the fill in this bag some, because when you get a sticky material like this suede, that fill in there just wants to grab and not want to move. So by putting a really slick material in there, it kind of helps aid in that, giving the bag movement a little bit. Not the drippiest of bags, because you do have a super sticky material. When it gets up by the hole, it kind of wants to sit there, but you can get some drip to it, more so than what you would get with a bag with the suede material without that liner. The fill in this bag is a flat fill. I don't think it's any kind of mixture. It's kind of that thicker flat fill that I find in here. If there is a mixture, it seems like all flat. I don't feel any beads in here whatsoever. So again, the flat fill and the flop gives the bag some forgiveness. So if you don't throw a flat bag, not as punishing. Especially if you're going slick side down, you can get away very little kick to no kick at all in this bag. Slow side, you're going to get kick. Right, when this bag hits, it's going to grab. But it's not a harsh kick because it hits and stops. It doesn't have enough slide to move off you too much. These bags are ACO stamps. You play at ACO events, you want to throw this bag, you can definitely do that. Let's go ahead and jump in and talk about playability. And this is a bag for me that's really designed to 2 different ways, right? You want to run the hole. You can flip it over like I did here in some of the clips here. Slick side down and just run the hole, put your 4 bags in. Every now and then flip it over when you need to throw a blocker, and you can do that with the slow side. You got the control to do that. The other way to do it is, and I do it in some of the clips here as well, I kind of mix it up a little bit. First bag, I'm throwing a blocker over my opponent's side, my opponent's lane, and I'm leaving it. I'm just throwing that bag, I'm sacrificing, I'm going to leave it there, and then I'm going to go slick side, you step out or kind of cut around a little bit, and just run my next 3 bags in, take my 10 points, and bank on the fact that my opponent's going to struggle with getting around my blocker and end up leaving bags off the hole or throwing a bag off or missing an airmail, something like that. So that's the strategy on that. You can throw a blocker up there and push through it. And I think I did a time or two. I might have had 1 or 2 clips here where I missed through my blocker and got it more in the middle and not on my opponent's side. So then I just went slick side, hard throw. You've got to throw harder if you're gonna collect this bag on slow side, because it is sticky. Throw harder and you can push through. If it's up there close to hole, if it's down like a level 3, level 4 blocker, you're not going to push through that. But if you get it up close, you can. And honestly, the strategy behind this for me, is 1, beginning players. Like I said, if you're having a hard time throwing keeping bags on the board, it's a great bag to pick up. you can go throw, get your bags on the board, and then work on improving your slide shot as you go along. It's also a bag I think I could see pulling out if I'm playing against someone who likes to just run bags. They've got a fast bag in their hand. They like to throw just slide shots. If you throw a blocker, they're pushing through. They don't really have any kind of like cuts, rolls, or flops in their arsenal. Maybe they're not the great at airmailing. They just want to run bags and slide it. A bag like this, if you get a blocker they're laying the slow side, that's a tough bag to push through. And if they're not used to pushing, even with the fastest of bags, if you're not willing to throw harder, it's going to cause bags to kick off. And if you don't hit it perfectly, right, if you got a blocker up there and you even throw hard and you don't hit it perfectly, you catch the side of it, it's going to cause your bag, your push bag to kick off because you've got way more momentum with this push bag versus this bag that's sitting still that when it hits, this push bag is going to want to carry that momentum and it's going to deflect it somewhere else. So it's a wonderful bag for causing bags to kick off. It makes it an incredible blocker. And if you get that player, like I said, that just wants to push through, you throw this up there, it really forces them to change their game. And sometimes players like that don't have a change in their game. They have one solid play and that's it. And so if you play against players who have that kind of that slick, fast bag mentality and that's all they throw and you're struggling to find a bag to play against them, you might give this whole seeker a try. I know it sounds kind of crazy and people think, why would you ever want to throw Suede again? But it is fun to throw. The control you get, the things the ability to put a blocker. I mean, there's very few bags out there where I have the confidence I can throw a level 4, level 5 blocker on the board. With this, you just get it up on the board. It's going to stop and stay. You can put a level 5 blocker up there. And for those of you played, usually a level 5 blocker means someone landed short, just barely caught the board and the back hopped on there. But those can sometimes be the toughest bags to play around when they're in your lane, in your way. You've got to really land deeper. You change your throw completely, and it causes you to make mistakes. And a bag like this, you can intentionally do that and put those blockers where you want. And when you're playing against an opponent, if you have the ability to put that blocker and change it from round to round, level 2, level 4, a 5, a 3, wherever you want to put that, and constantly making them adjust their throw, they're going to make mistakes. They're going to miss bags. As long as you're consistent with your other 3 bags on the slick side and slot them in, you're going to get points from round to round on that, and you can win a game that way. So love the strategy this bag gives you. Doesn't give you a whole lot of options. It's not a bag that you're cutting, rolling, flopping that much on. So if it sounds like a bag you're interested in, you need to check out True Cornhole. Leads me into availability. True Cornhole has the website, truecornhole.com. As always, link down in the description for you guys. The bags were $54.99, $55 for a set of bags. It was $13 shipping, so just under $68 shipped to you, which is a great price for an ACO stamp bag out there. Really worth it. Like I said, if it sounds like a bag you're interested in, you can take a chance for $68. It's worth the investment to give them high quality bags. I mean, if you're going to throw suede, this is probably one of the best suede bags that I've thrown recently, and in fact, probably the best suede bag I've thrown, I think, ever. You don't get a lot of suede bag. I don't know of any suede bags that has a liner in there like this, or a hand feel like this, or even the flop. I love what True Cornhole's done. It kind of took an old school bag and modernized it and made it playable for the current modern game that's out there. So definitely give them a try if you've been interested in trying a suede style bag, or go to a throwback bag. Give these whole seekers a try. If you throw them, I'd love to hear your opinions. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you like, what you don't like about the bags. As always, I thank you so much for your support, and I thank you for watching.